It's a little bit ooky, kinda spooky. It's Restless Night, and this is my review for it. So go and hit that like and subscribe button to keep up to date and join us in our community Discord. Link is below. And so let's shoot our way to the gameplay. Halloween it is not, but who needs that when every night can be spooky? Restless Nights is a very retro looking twin stick shooter. It even has one of those retro TV screen looking things. And with two modes, you have like this arena, which is sort of like the actual main game, but you're against a timer for how long you can last for. The longer you last, the more time you clock up and the more creatures you get to see, if you get my meaning. And as for that main mode, new game or continue, it kind of gives you the impression that there's kind of going to be a story here, but there isn't, or at least not one that I found. The main gist of it is, I think, you're battling your way through some sort of competition to eventually get out of hell, I think. Let's just imagine that's true, shall we? And so, it's a twin stick shooter with power-ups, speed up, health, lasers, a kind of smart bomb that will take everything out. And I kind of want to say for its price it has a good amount of enemies. Skeletons, I think, and they definitely should have boned up on self-defense. Haha. Pumpkin heads which kind of explode when you, explode them. Ravens that seem to hunt in packs and make raven sounds. And witches because, well, why not? And what sort of scary game would this be without them? And they get their full witch on by shooting spells at you. And let's not forget about the zombies. The game's always played in a set amount of levels and waves. And you get your own lives, and when you play a boss, they get theirs too. And it's all done in that procedure-generated way, sort of, if you can even call it that. Every 5 levels you get a boss, and I found these quite challenging. Yes, after a while you could be lucky and pick up a weapon that will just, well, blast through them. Yes, there's quite a few actual health pickups you can get, as long as you can get them straight away and they don't go over them. Not quite sure that's my imagination or whether that actually happens all the time. But yeah, the boss battles can be challenging. And as the actual fight with the boss goes on, they get tougher, or at least their patterns change and they do more. Although I will say that in the main game it can be challenging, but again it does actually suffer from that. If too many power-ups come out, it can dampen the difficulty somewhat. And sometimes with a lot of creatures pooping out those like ×3 health ometers, that can dampen the gameplay as well. But I did find it all in all quite challenging. I think this is definitely one of those games that you kind of like want to pick up and play for, I don't know, half an hour to an hour when you got time and nothing else on. Or you just want a quick game on something instead of like running for like hours on end. As I can imagine, most would probably get bored playing it that way, but in small chunks it is a lot more fun. I did encounter some levels where basically my character got stuck in the scenery and I couldn't move, which was kind of not instant death, slowly died as things hit me and shot at me and things like that. Graphically, this is 100% a retro game. Enough said, not really much else to say, although I would definitely have enjoyed a full screen mode and it would have been cool for them to, well, give me that option. And this is what it sounds like. The good, a decent price, nice amount of monsters for that price, and yeah, power-ups and the like, what more can you ask for? The bad can get a bit repetitive the more and more you play for longer and longer, and also would have appreciated that larger screen option. the score, all rated off my own personal views of the game, and whether it should go on the Wall of Fame or the Wall of Shame or somewhere in the middle. I'm definitely gonna give Restless Night a 3 out of 5. Not the best, not the worst, and definitely something you'll want to be playing in chunks. And as for my alternative, I'm going to be suggesting another twin stick shooter, Enter the Gungeon. I own this one, it is quite good fun and well worth your monies. And that's your lot. Any comments, leave them down below. Hit that like and subscribe button to keep yourself up to date, and also come and join us in our community Discord. Link is down below, because life is better when we switch together.